Our region's carved out a bit of a global reputation for the emphasis we've put on the arts as part of an economic development strategy. And two great examples are on tap this fall with the Carnegie International and the Pittsburgh International Festival of Firsts. But you don't have to wait until October to witness the role the arts play in placemaking around here. You'll be able to see it happen on the Allegheny River from August 10th and 11th through early September. Beyond the artistic statement of Knit the Bridge, the project is bringing communities together across the region. Amanda K. Gross is the lead artist for Knit the Bridge and outreach coordinator for Fiber Art International 2013. Penny Mateer is co-director of Knit the Bridge with the Fiber Arts Guild of Pittsburgh. And welcome. Good to have you both here.
Thanks for having us.
So for folks who don't know what Knit the Bridge is, what exactly is it?
Sure. So we are covering the Warhol 7th Street Bridge in knit and crochet, and it's a community-made project that's been done by over 1,000 folks from all over southwestern Pennsylvania.
And I think we have an image here that gives the people a sense of how this is going to look. So what exactly are you covering with crochet and knitting?
Yeah, so we're covering the towers. There's two towers. It's a suspension bridge. And then we're also covering along the pedestrian walkway. There are these panels, they're rectangles, and then they're framed by these railings. So we're covering both the panels and the railings.
Very cool. This kind of thing been done before, other places?
It has. This will be the first time it will have been done on such a large scale, particularly on a bridge. But yes, it has been done all over the world.
All over the world. So, and what's the whole point of it, I guess, among everybody who's doing it?
Well, it's a way to call attention to public space, and in our case, to showcase our region's thriving art scene and show off our beautiful bridges in downtown Pittsburgh.
Well, there you go. Two great symbols of Pittsburgh, the bridges as well as what's been happening here in the arts these days. So is that why you wanted to bring it to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean, it's originated in Pittsburgh, so it's really grassroots and specific to the place. I think part of the vision is thinking about bridges both literally and metaphorically, so they're a symbol of connections, and I think in Pittsburgh people say, you know, like they don't necessarily want to cross bridges or go through tunnels. So a big point of the project was reaching out to all different sorts of communities all over the Pittsburgh region and using the project as a way of making those connections.
So how much fabric do you need to knit a bridge?
Oh, we have about 3,000 feet square footage on the towers, and another 100,000
something like that.
Yes. Walkways.
So tens of thousands of fabric.
Yeah.
So a lot of people had to pitch in to make this happen.
Yeah. So most of the folks who made their panels at home or in groups, different community groups, they use their own yarn that they donated and then either knit or crochet these, like, they're kind of like blanket-like panels.
Okay. And so it's a little bit like a quilting bee or something, right? They're working on these panels together and then they send them in. So is all the knitting done? I mean, we're about a week out from the installation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's all done.
Yeah.
So
It's getting organized and getting ready to make the move onto the bridge.
okay, and volunteers are actually going to be doing a lot of the installation?
Yeah, all of the ground level installation will be done by community members, volunteers. The towers are being done by professional riggers, so they wouldn't let us go up in the buckets.
Probably a good move, and I doubt they'd have too many knitters who would volunteer to go up on those towers anyway. Now, how well does it hold up if we have some bad weather or storms or whatever? Is that an issue?
Yeah, it's all been made out of acrylic yarn, so it doesn't hold water, absorb water when it's wet. And it's sturdy for the elements. Both the ground level has been made out of acrylic, and then also the top, which has been made on knitting machines, so it's a much finer material. And then it's been stabilized on construction fencing, and we're using cable ties, which have been donated by the IBEW.
Really? Oh, that's great.
Since they use those in their work all the time.
Oh, that's really cool. Is there buzz in the knitting world about what you're doing here?
Yes, there is. There is. We have quite a following on our blog and Facebook page. So yes, that's quite an excitement. And some of the material has been sent to us from other states and, in fact, countries. Barcelona, Spain comes to mind. So yes, it is gaining traction and popularity.
Well, it's great. You know, there's so much going on, especially going into this fall, that's going to be Pittsburgh and international, global, related to the arts. So you guys are kicking it off in a certain way with a project that's turning heads in that way. So it's going to go up with the volunteers. Everybody's going to install it on what, the 10th and 11th of August, and it'll be up for how long?
It'll be up for 4 weeks.
Okay.
Until September 7th and 8th it comes down.
Yeah. Well, really exciting. If people want to find out more about it, is there anything they can still do to help?
Well, the next couple of days we're still looking for installation help. We're going to need help keeping an eye on it while it's up. We're responsible for maintaining it. And then we'll need help with the removal so folks can help take it down.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. So
Yeah.
if people want to volunteer, that's often is the hardest thing to find volunteers to pitch in on, is the cleanup afterwards, right?
It's also important to remember, too, that once it does come down, and it will be laundered and donated to homeless shelters and community centers throughout the region.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so if people want to find out more, you have a website?
Yeah, it's www.knitthebridge.wordpress.com.
knitthebridge.wordpress.com. All right, Amanda Gross, Penny Mateer from Knit the Bridge. Well, congratulations. Really great project.
Thank you very much.
When we return, the case for continued investment in fossil fuel research right here in our region from no less than the U.S. Secretary of Energy. Stay with us.